49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. Huge games from all around the Bay Area, and we have the highlights. We have California battling Antioch. Benicia takes on Miramonte, and Menlo meets Cappuccino.
We have great volleyball action with St. Francis and Mitty, water polo with Palo Alto and Harker, and the story of the Wilcox football player starting this season on varsity after losing his dad. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Hello everyone, welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Brownstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start tonight with two top CCS teams. The Santa Teresa Saints are off to a 3-0 start with junior Jalen Malcolm doing a great job as a runner and receiver for the Saints. Jalen with 533 all-purpose yards with 7 touchdowns.
Yep, Jalen does it all. The Saints hosting Hillsdale this week. The Knights feature outstanding 6'3" senior quarterback Casey Strazo. Casey throwing for right at 600 yards with 6 touchdowns for Hillsdale. The Knights and Saints playing on Friday night. Here come the undefeated Santa Teresa Saints battling Hillsdale. Lots of defense early. The Saints driving, but Jonathan Saudo with the tackle. The ball is loose and pouncing on it is the Knights' Dante Allendorf. Later in the first, Hillsdale driving. The Knights looking deep, but this ball is going to be tipped twice, and then right there to haul it in is Robert Estrada, and Robert gets a foot down. A terrific play by Estrada, and for that you get the turnover chain, and you get on 49ers Cal High. Second quarter now, and the Saints defense coming up big again. This is Isaiah Rivera with the pick, and a nice return. Rivera with a huge game on defense for Santa Teresa. And that leads to this touchdown play. Brenton Gatches to Casey Carr with his first high school touchdown on his 18th birthday, and the Cowboy kicker was happy. Later in the second, the Knights looking to get the tying score before the half, but there to pick it off is Jalen Kareem, and Jalen is fast and he is shifty. It's a 76-yard return and a pick six for Kareem. 14-0 Saints at the half. Second half, the Knights driving again, handed to Allendorf for a nice first down gain, but the Saints D comes up big again. Rivera with a monster hit, causing the fumble. Richard Arachega falls on it. Rivera got another pick later in the game. This Casey Carr 31-yard field goal is good, and the Saints win it 17-0 to go to 4-0 on the season. Rivera leading the defense with 2 picks and a forced fumble.
All right, this little guy is ready for some football as Hayward battles American Canyon. Hayward strikes first on the opening kickoff. Maurice Hall takes the opening kick, finds a lane, cuts to the far sideline. Woo, and the junior is gone. An 82-yard kick six, PAT blocked, 6-0 Farmers. But the Wolves answer on their opening drive. Senior quarterback Mason Harris rolls to his right, looking for options and says, nope, I'm going to go the other way. And Mason's going the distance. 7-6 Wolves. More Wolves. This is Andre Lopez bolting up the middle for one of his 3 rushing touchdowns in the ballgame. Wolves tacked on 2 more tutties to make it 28-6 after 1. Second quarter now, the Wolves go with the jet sweep, and it pays off. Give the rock to Webster Burks, and Webster is down the far sideline. Goodbye. 71 yards to the promised land. AC is rolling. Farmer showing no quit. Good night for Maurice Hall on the ground. 154 rushing yards on the ground for the junior back, which features this 27-yard touchdown. 49-16 Wolves at the half. And the Wolves would tack on 2 more touchdowns in the second half. Here's Isaac Anderson getting in on the action, takes the snap, and the sophomore barrels his way in for 6. American Canyon improves to 4-0 on the season, beating Hayward 63-16.
Here come the hometown San Ramon Valley Wolves in a big East Bay League matchup with Carondelet. The Wolves on top early. Lucy Chertok at the net, crushing the overpass. The Wolves take a 4-point lead. Great at the net all night was number 10, Jenna Hunt, with the block there. But the Cougars fight back, give and go as Isabella Ehrlich gives to Isabella Vertudez. Back to Ehrlich, and the Boston College commit takes the angle for the point. Later in the first, and Ehrlich goes way up at the net for the block, and Carondelet takes the lead. And now, Madeline Lopez, a perfect quick set to Ehrlich. You can't stop that. The Cougs take the lead. Late first now, a terrific dig by Lopez. Kaya Kelly rips it off the defender, and the Cougs take the first, 26-24. Same story in the second as Jenna Hunt gets the block at the net. It's a 7-point Wolves lead, but the Cougars come back tough at the net as Olivia Britton as the Cougars take the second. The Wolves come back in the third. Kate Stern to Allie Cook to Sophia Vela, who takes the line, and the Wolves get the third. Fourth set now, it's Hunt at the net, another block for Jenna, and we go to a fifth and final set. The Wolves come back to tie it at 2 apiece, and the bench was very happy. In the fifth, though, it's Kasirijan to Virtudez, deep to Natalia Merkil, who crushes it off the defender, and the Cougs wrap it up. Lopez feeding the beast as Ehrlich says it's time to go home. And Carondelet wins it a thrilling marathon match in 5. The Cougars all alone in first place at 3-0 in the East Bay League.
Up next, we head to the pool for Palo Alto and Harker. Opening minutes of this game, Estelle Dufour makes a great save on a penalty shot. That leads to the game's first score. Delilah Kaplinski passes ahead to Katie Spitzer. Katie scores. It's 1-0 Palo Alto. Abby Lim to Zoe Kammer. Zoe, the no-look shot. Nice goal there from the sophomore, and Zoe follows it up with this skip shot. Harker leads 3-2 with less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Sabrina Myers to Scarlett Frick to Spitzer. Katie catches and shoots. We are tied at 3 after 1. Second quarter to Visha Ganesh to Mia Tang. Tang sneaks it inside the post. Harker back on top. Here are the Vikings. Grace Henderson to Lydia Mitz. Count it. Palo Alto takes its first lead of the game. It's 7-6 Pally at the half. Third quarter, Summer Adler to Kammer in the crease. Zoe passes to Abby Lim. Lim fires it home. A lot of lead changes in this battle. Mia Tang, the junior. What a shot. Harker goes on a 5-1 run to lead by 3. But Grace Henderson cuts into the lead with a minute remaining in the third frame. It's 12-10 Harker heading into the fourth. The Vikings score 7 unanswered goals. 3 of those goals in the final minutes coming from the hand of Sabrina Myers. And Viking keeper Estelle Dufour keeps Harker to only 1 goal in the final 7 minutes. Palo Alto wins the battle with Harker by a final of 16-13. Each week, the Riekes Center presents the Gary Riekes Players of the Week Award.
Remember to vote for the Player of the Week on our YouTube membership page. The Players of the Week are featured in a rap performed by our friends at the Riekes Center. Here are this week's Gary Riekes Memorial Players of the Week.
Hey, Riekes Center, 49ers Cal High. These are Gary Riekes, Players of the Week. You heard the buzz out of Berkeley, it's Christopher DeVito. His passes touching down like they're visiting Puerto Rico. It's on and cracking, this yellow jacket is quarterback, and all the score in action, a form of a chain reaction. When he's hitting his receivers in stride, it leads to victory. 142 yards from Christopher's delivery. 2 touchdowns in a win over Deer Valley, and an undefeated record for their fans to cheer. Wow, get ready for some good, clean, and healthy fun. Out on the volleyball court with Ellie Hunt. Against Foothill in a 5-set marathon. This outside hitter was San Ramon's Paragon. Setting the precedent with 17 kills. Ellie's bringing the spike like some energy bills. San Ramon Valley is primed to take the league on with a standout senior who's committed to Elon University, that is. 49ers Cal High Sports, spin it raw. The Riekes Center, these have been your Gary Riekes Players of the Week.
Presentation High School San Jose's all-girls high school presents the Female Scholar Athlete Award each week. This week's Presentation High School Female Scholar Athlete is Nicole Steiner from the Los Gatos volleyball team. Nicole also on the court and in the classroom with a 4.25 GPA.
Brought to you by Presentation High School. Join us at our open house on Sunday, September 29th, starting at 10 a.m. Presentation's unique approach to balanced growth combines exceptional faculty support with programs prioritizing mental and social wellness. Register today at presentationhs.org. U.S. Bank brings us the Football Coach of the Week award each week.
This week's award goes to Ronnie Riekes from Half Moon Bay. The Cougars remained undefeated after winning a nail-biter over Sacred Heart Prep to improve to 3-0 on the season. Coach Riekes will receive a grant from the 49ers Foundation for his accomplishments. Congratulations to Coach Riekes, this week's 49ers Prep presented by U.S. Bank. Charlie Wiedemeyer, Coach of the Week.
Coming up, the big game in volleyball this week as Mitty battles St. Francis in our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week.
And 2 undefeated teams battle in the Lake League. It's Gunn and Monta Vista next.
At U.S. Bank, we know how good it feels to reach your milestones. But we also know what really goes into getting you there. That's why we introduced Co-Browse, which connects you to a real banker in real time to help you do anything from adding a new debit card, learning how to save smarter, even creating spending limits.
Mind if I just grab the one?
With Co-Browse, we're always there for you on your road to here, because there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Whew, I think our air conditioner is broken.
I'll get my tools.
Does your family suffer from fixititis syndrome?
Is it working?
Relief is just a call away. Service Champions has been proven to effectively combat the symptoms of fixititis syndrome. Side effects may include delusions of grandeur and a comfortable home. Service Champions is now offering $58 air conditioning tune-ups. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
Always remain true. If you get sucked in the mouth, you can't handle that. You're the fight to MMA. You can talk about it. Broken tackle by Nico Sanders for the first down 30. Touchdown, San Francisco. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Secure your seats at 49ers.com/tickets.
Two top 10 teams in our volleyball poll squaring off this week. Mitty and St. Francis both with great programs and a long history of success.
These two teams always putting on a great show. Our Jake Vanderbrook has the highlights in our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week.
We're bringing Crumble to the hardwood. Our Crumble Cookies Game of the Week takes us to Mountain View as St. Francis takes on Mitty, and I'm going to say one thing. You're in for a treat. For St. Francis, watch out for Ella Fulton. She led the Lancers last year in blocks and will look to be a threat at the middle hitter position. And for Mitty, Lena Nguyen continues to be a force as an outside hitter, averaging nearly 5 kills per set. All right, so let's get this Crumble Cookies Game of the Week underway. It's Cassidy Peach over the Riley Berlich, back the Peach, and the senior tools it off the defender for the point. Here come the Monarchs. It's Nicole Macaleno over the Casey Kawili, over to Lena Nguyen, and the senior spikes it down with authority. But the Lancers take set one. How about Berlich feeding it to Ella Fulton, and Ella rips it off the defender. Lancers take set one, 25-22. Mitty looks to respond. Kawili over the Chase Courtney, and the freshman slams it off with the kill. They get set two underway, but the Lancers pour it on. Great back set by Berlich over the Siriana Messi, and my goodness, that's a vicious cross-court kill. Lancers take set two, 25-15. The Lancers student section is loving it, and the guys upstairs are all fired up. So we go to set three. Mitty turns it up a notch. How about Lena Nguyen with this powerful slam? 17 kills for the senior. Then Kawili with a great back set over the Ellie Deal Palmer, and Ellie finds the back line as the Monarchs win set 3, 25-21. But St. Francis would take care of business. Berlich feeds a beautiful back set over the Fulton, and Ella winds and fires for the cross-court kill. 9 kills and 4 blocks for the junior, and to top it off, match point for the Lancers. Berlich over the Siriana Messi. Night. St. Francis gets the job done beating Mitty 3-1.
Us as a team, I feel like we go for every ball. We play very hard. Our goal is just swing at it. We try not to do all these tips and whatnot. Just swing hard. That's what gets people off guard.
Honestly, this team is a second family. We play together. The sisterhood is amazing. We play for each other every single game, and that's our motto, and that's what we try to do.
In Mountain View with the Crumble Cookies Game of the Week, I'm Jake Vanderbrook, 49ers, Cal High Sports.
In Cupertino now for Monta Vista and Gunn. We are 4 minutes in. J.J. Raz hands it off to Jonathan Smolyar. That's Jonathan with a Y, as in, why you gotta do him like that? A 49-yard touchdown run for the Titans makes it 7-0 after one. Second quarter, same score with Gunn driving. J.J. Raz fakes the handoff, rolls to his right and heaves a deep pass downfield to Samuel Dallenbach, who hauls it in. Another big play for the Gunn offense, 14-0 Titans. The Matadors driving. Justin Shahoob pitches it to Finnegan Hassey, and Finnegan picks up some nice yards, but the drive would end in a stop. It's 14-0 Gunn heading into the second half. Give it to the playmaker, Jonathan Smolyar. He punches it in from 10 yards out to give the Titans a 21-0 lead. Monta Vista trying to get some momentum on its side, but in comes Luke Hines. Luke forces the fumble and recovers it. Fourth down on the following drive, and how about this play? It's a fake field goal. Dollenbach keeps the ball, finds his way to pay dirt. This game was all Gunn as the Titans win it 28-0 as Gunn improves to 4-0 on the year, 2-0 in league.
Off to Union City now as Mission San Jose takes on James Logan. It was the Mackenzie Anderson show in set 1. Mackenzie getting the set from Lian Jung and just smashes it down with authority. Mission San Jose keeping set 1 close. Allison Wang to Melissa Jin to Connie Lee, and Connie puts it away. But Logan would go on to win a very close set 1. Kaylani Cruz over to Jung, and Lian sets up another Mackenzie Anderson finish as the Colts take it 29-27. On to set 2 now. Emma Tran to Lian Jung to Azaria Nelson, and the junior crushes it to the hardwood. Then it's Kaylani Cruz over to Lian Jung, and Lian once again sets it up perfectly for Mackenzie Anderson, and that one is not coming back as the Colts win set 2, 25-15. The Warriors looking to rally back in set 3. Connie Lee to Ali Tong to Allison Wang, and Allison hits it off the block, but this one belongs to the Colts. Emma Tran bumps it. Lian Jung sets it, and Mackenzie Anderson puts it away as James Logan improves to 10-1 in the season, 3-0 in the Mission Valley League.
Service Champions is back again this year with the Student Spotlight Award. Service Champions honoring student athletes who do great work around campus.
This week we spotlight Roy Mertz from the Washington football team. Roy is a member of the Athletes in Math Club. The club helps students with their math homework. Roy also organizes sporting events for special education students. Roy Mertz, this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight.
D-Line Constructors presents the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week every week. This week's D-Line Constructors defensive play goes to Rome Eocio from the Cappuccino football team. Rome forcing the strip sack and Javon Oka ultimately recovering the loose ball. That is our D-Line Constructors defensive play of the week.
Delta Dental honors entire teams who do great work in the classroom with the Smiles for Scholars Award. This week we honor the Burlingame Boys water polo team. The Panthers with an incredible 3.812 team GPA.
This season, all of our highlights are available for early viewing before the show airs through our YouTube membership. You get early access to all highlights, Player of the Week voting, and instant access to our new podcast, Covered Cal High, where Jake, Adrian, and Tyler dive into upcoming matchups and the biggest moments from last week. The membership also makes all of the video from games immediately available, so don't miss out. Coming up, two teams off to great starts battling it out. It's California and Antioch.
But first, here is our U.S. Bank Top 10 Girls Volleyball poll.
My bad.
Baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag, baby bag.
From the beginning, Miramonte Credit Union was created to provide a brighter financial future for you. We work hard for our members because they're our greatest strength.
Miramonte worked for me when I needed an auto loan for my first car.
When I need to make a mobile payment, Miramonte works for me.
Miramonte works for me wherever adventure takes us.
Miramonte Credit Union. Let us work for you. Today, tomorrow, together.
Ever wonder where the capital A in Chick-fil-A came from? It started with grade A, top quality chicken. But we believed everything, not just the food, should be grade A.
A is for above and beyond.
An extra level of care.
A game.
From caring for our guests in our community to cleanliness and safe service with a My Pleasure. A is for all the little things we do to bring you our best every day.
A little funky dance.
And that too.
He's got nothing but the field in front of him. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown!
Touchdown celebration. Touchdown celebration.
We are the De La Salle Spartans, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports!
The California Grizzlies are off to a 3-0 start. Grizz quarterback Arjun Banerjee with 580 yards passing so far this season.
Well, Antioch likes to run the ball with both Curtis Tucker and George Tyus averaging 108 yards a game. Two outstanding teams meeting in Antioch Friday night. Week 4 in Antioch has the Antioch Panthers facing California. The Grizzlies are in the red zone on their first drive. Jadis Lucky gets the handoff, finds his way to the end zone from 13 yards out. Cal would score again a short time later. It's 13-0. Antioch looking to cut into the lead, but Everett Cross reads that screen pass from the jump. The Cal defense looking good early. Second quarter, Arjun Banerjee gets a snap, passes in the flat to Aiden Rumble, and Aiden finds his way to the end zone. Did you think I was going to say Rumble? Well, I almost did. The Grizzly defense continues to do its thing. Nick Hubbard reaches up, comes up with the interception, NICK with the INT. He's going to be taken down just short of the goal line, so it's only fair we see him score on this drive. Banerjee to Hubbard in the far corner. Cal goes on to lead it 34-0. 4 minutes left before the half. Kamari Jones slings it to Keontae Johnson. Johnson getting a short gain out of it, but this is why you play to the whistle, because Keontae is never ruled down. He stays on top of the pile, pops up, and this ends up being a 50-yard play, and it was huge because Antioch would get on the board before the half. Jamon Glover finds the seam, bumps his way into the end zone, 34-6 Cal, but the Grizzlies put up 6 more in the closing seconds of the second quarter. Banerjee over to Lucky, touchdown Cal, and in the second half, Banerjee grabs his 4th passing touchdown. This one is to Jake Westfall. Cal High wins big, 47-18 on the road, and the Grizzlies start the season 4-0.
The terrific Terra Nova Tigers high-fiving before their match with Cappuccino, tied late into the first. Maicana Celicia Perez with a deep exit to Sofia Cassianti, and the senior captain gets it done, 21-20 Cappuccino. Set point, Cassianti digs, Maya Sekioka sets, and Mia Santos Stevenson gets it done. Cappuccino takes the set, 25-22. 2018 Cap in the second. Cassianti digs Sekioka with another nice back set, and Canas goes up and finds some open court for the kill. Terra Nova keeping it close. Madison Williams digs it out. Amelia Chen sets it for Emma Wong, who gets the kill and has a big smile. The Tigers tie it at 21. 24-22 Cap. Santos Stevenson digs. Perez sets, and Daniela Roborov goes up and secures the set for Cappuccino to take a 2-0 lead. No Cap, it's a big lead for Cappuccino in the third. Canas to Perez. Perez to Cassianti, and the defenders can't hold on. 21-13 Mustangs. Then Logan Scribner digs for Sekioka. Mai to Sofia, and Cassianti gets the big kill to secure it. Cappuccino goes on the road and gets the shutout to move to 3-0 in lead.
Chick-fil-A brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Robert, tonight we meet Nick Hernandez from Wilcox, the junior linebacker putting it all on the field this season while keeping someone very special in his heart. The jump from a JV to a varsity football team is tough. That is something Wilcox linebacker Nick Hernandez learned at the start of this year.
It's a lot faster, a lot bigger people, yeah, but a lot faster, more physical, and everything has to be sharp.
Always jumping from JV to varsity in any sport is big, but football seems to be really big. And he made a really good jump mentally this year, going from his sophomore to his junior year.
In his first year on varsity, Nick earned a starting spot. Here he is in the home opener against Valley Christian. Sports are a big part of Nick's life. That had a lot to do with his dad.
He was my coach, my father, my role model.
Unfortunately, Nick's dad was never able to see him put on a Charger uniform. 2 years ago, as Nick was entering his freshman year, his dad passed away. A tragic, untimely loss.
It was pretty hard, start of the year, just started high school and, just trying to overcome things. But honestly, throughout the year, I had lots of help from my family and friends, and it got better.
How does a 14-year-old handle grief like that? There's no right answer, but Nick would say he leaned on those around him, especially his mom.
I think we got a lot closer because we spent more time together now. She's my best friend and everything, so she means a lot, and our relationship is really good.
He just wrote me a card. He said we're best friends, and yes, we do laugh a lot. Mostly what I'm worried about is mental health, yeah. And I feel like having sports in his life is helping him a lot.
I tell kids all the time, when they come to school, join a sport, because you automatically meet 30 friends, right away. But when you're really going through tough times, it also keeps your mind off, so you're not thinking about it all day. You can bounce it off some of your good friends. Just having the camaraderie of a team and family atmosphere will help people through that.
Nick can see himself playing football in college and says he also is interested in collegiate wrestling, sports staying in the forefront of his mind. He gets that from his dad.
I think he's pretty proud, very happy for me seeing that I'm starting, and he really wanted me to play football when I was younger, and now I am, so I'm really happy.
Just a junior, Nick has learned a lot about life,
Go!
lessons he'll continue to carry with him.
Just to keep going and take one day at a time. You don't have to know the future. You just have to take it slow. Always persevere and pursue things.
No standing still.
No standing still. Yeah.
Wilcox is putting a very strong team out on the field once again. Nick will continue to be a part of that equation.
Yeah, they do. Paul Rosa and the team, they do a great job.
They
there.
really do, yeah.
Every year. Mirror West Credit Union brings us the Mirror West Merit Award. This award honors teachers all around the Bay Area.
Here is Christopher King from Branham talking about his favorite teacher, Senor Cesar Chavarin.
My favorite teacher at Branham is my Spanish teacher, Senor Chavarin. I had him my freshman year, and then I have him this year for my Spanish 3. And he's generally just a very good teacher. He's generally strict on the rules, no phones, but I don't have to worry about being bored because he makes the class fun and entertaining while also actually having us learning Spanish. And sometimes I don't even realize it, but I'm constantly able to speak better and have fluent conversations.
Coming up, Carson Blair and the Miramonte Matadors take on Benicia.
Then back to the South Bay with St. Francis and Bellarmine water polo. This is 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
For over 65 years, Delta Dental has been at the forefront of progressive healthcare for all, offering high-quality, affordable dental plans that strive to meet the needs of everyone. Today, we are the largest network of oral healthcare providers in the nation. At Delta Dental, we're committed to pushing the industry to transform modern healthcare so your family gets more moments that matter for generations to come. Schedule your oral health checkup today.
I'm Nancy Lambert, the director of the Schwab Learning Center at CHC. In a world where every second counts, education doesn't have to be a struggle. At the Schwab Learning Center, our learning specialists work one-on-one with high school and college students with ADHD, dyslexia, and other learning differences. We work with you to understand your learning and attention strengths and challenges. We help you develop strategies that optimize the way you learn. Discover the power of personalized learning that empowers students to excel. Your success is our mission.
Applebee's is serving up the NFL. And to celebrate, we're serving up America's favorite boneless wings for just 50 cents each. We're trying out some other stuff too.
What's the order? 50-cent boneless wings?
50-cent boneless wings on 2. Ready? Break!
Hey, Brock.
50-cent boneless wings only at Applebee's.
Enjoy.
'49ers Cal High Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Valley Christian Schools, supporting your quest for excellence. And by the California Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you.
Miramonte High School is a quarterback factory. The latest top quarterback is junior Carson Blair. Carson already throwing for 780 yards this season.
Carson and the Matadors battling Benicia at Miramonte Friday night.
The Matadors rush the field as Miramonte hosts Benicia. Ivan Garcia with the highlights. Folks, get ready to hear this duo be called a lot. Carson Blair throws a quick pass to Jack Quinlan, and number 7 shakes off the defender and is in for the 33-yard score to give Miramonte a 7-0 lead. Midway through the first, Blair throws a long ball to wide open Quinlan, and the senior scores his second TD of the game. This one goes for 40, 14-0 Mats after 1. Benicia now down by 21, trying to cut the lead. Anthony Jordan gets the rock, spins, and fights his way to move the chains for a Panthers first down, but the drive would stall. Less than 30 seconds left in the half. Miramonte, what you got? CB2 steps back, launches a rainbow pass to his favorite target, number 7. The Jack attack in full effect. Quidlet goes 74 yards to the house. Matt's up 28 at the half. Miramonte gets back into the red zone. Blair throws to Quinlan, who somehow is able to corral this ball and keeps his feet in bounds. What a catch. Superstar QB to superstar wideout for the 4th TD connection of the night. And I have to mention big man Andrew Davenport of the Mats. Number 66 plays on special teams, O-line, D-line. The senior had 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, including this one. Returns the fumble for his first career touchdown. 3 monster games by the Mats leads to an overwhelming 52-7 win over the Panthers.
Bringing the Holy War to the pool as Bellarmine takes on St. Francis. The Lancers get 2 on the board early first, including this as Chase Krupitzer swims his way to the 2-meter line and finds the back of the net. But the Bells answer back, going on a 4-1 run to end the first. How about Max Mason showing off the range from way beyond the 5-meter line? 4-3 Bells after 1. More Bells in the second. This is Costa Sepradek going with the skip shot and scores. Nicely done. And if you like a back and forth match, this game is for you. Here's Finn Swanson getting in on the action. 2 goals on the night for number 8. All tied at 6 going into halftime. Third quarter, Bells moving the ball around, and Jackson Bettner rattles his shot behind the cage. One of Action Jackson's 3 goals in the contest. But check out this gorgeous lob from Swanson over the Krupitzer. 3 goals for Chase, all tied at 8 after 3. Late in the fourth, Bells looking for the lead. Luke Kalini to Andrew Hunati, and the Bells take a 9-8 lead. Time winding down. Lancers with one last shot looking to score and to tie the game, but they can't get the shot off. The Bellarmine Bells win a thriller in Mountain View. 9-8 was the final.
Lexus of Stevens Creek brings us the Volunteer Award, leading to $10,000 in scholarships to be handed out by Lexus of Stevens Creek.
This week's volunteer is Sophia Cordini from the St. Francis High School field hockey team. Sophia volunteers at Family Giving Tree, leading the backpack and holiday giving drive. Sophia was introduced to the organization through her church and has since donated over 125 hours a year to the cause. Sophia truly believes in the importance of giving back to her community.
I think it's really important because it just makes you take a second to realize how grateful you are, what school you're going to, where you're living, and to give back to those who are less fortunate in your community.
Valley Christian High School is always on a quest for excellence. This year, Valley Christian is helping us honor young people who are on their own quest for excellence. Here is Charlie Walters from Valley Christian.
For water polo, I would like to play Division I water polo in college. Just showing up to practice every day, making sure I'm keeping up with recovery, focusing in practice, and then also what I'm doing outside of the pool, just like in the training room and then with PT and watching game film.
Brought to you by Valley Christian High School. The Valley Christian Warriors had a strong start in their season openers across the board. Football defeated Wilcox. Men's water polo outscored Woodside 14-7 in their opener, showcasing a dynamic offense. And on the green, the women's golf team edged out Granite Bay, led by freshman Kenzie Kova, who tied for second overall with a 2-under par round. The girls also coming out on top at the prestigious Helen Linkfield tournament, with Joyce Zhang winning individual honors for the 3rd year in a row. Become a Warrior today at apply.vcs.net. Coming up, Liberty battles Amador Valley.
And 2 2-1 teams meeting as Milpitas takes on Homestead. But first, here's this week's learning tip from the Schwab Learning Center.
Our SLC learning specialists are here to help you develop skills and share tips that make learning with ADHD easier, like how to take good notes by chunking information to break down large amounts of text into smaller, more manageable parts. Color coding to visually separate information. Using visual aids such as diagrams, charts, and images that help to simplify complex information and improve retention. Discover the power of personalized learning support at the Schwab Learning Center.
To Pleasanton we go, where senior Tristan Tia leads a prolific Amador Valley offense. The senior quarterback with 800 yards through the air in the Dons' 3 games.
The Dons meeting 2-1 Liberty this week. The Lions junior running back Jackson Bell is running for 125 yards a game. Liberty at Amador Valley Friday night.
Here come the Amador Valley Dons, set to host the Lions of Liberty. Tristan Tia under center, draws back. First scan isn't there, second scan isn't. He rolls out, looks deep, and connects with Ben Stout, who makes an incredible grab into the second quarter. The same drive, trouble with the snap.
No problem for Tia, who makes his way in for 6. 2-point attempt is good. It's 8-0 Dons. A red zone pick and long return puts AV on the goal line, and on 4th down, Tia sneaks in for his second tutty of the game. 16-0 Dons. Final minutes of the half handed to Landon Fisher, and this junior can run. A huge gain for Landon puts the Lions in striking range. Sage Robinson takes the snap, fakes the handoff, and takes it himself. Untouched into the end zone for 6. 2-point attempt is good. Lions cut the lead in half, going into half. Dons marching down the field in the third. Tia rolls out and fires across his body to Aiden Foley. Holy moly, Foley! A nice catch and run puts the Dons in the red zone. Then Big T, Tristan Tia, keeps it himself for his third rushing tutty of the game. 22-8 Amador Valley. Under 5 to go in the quarter. Lions hand it off to the all-powerful Jackson Bell. Here comes the Bell, weaving and winding through the AV defense. Eats the hit, and that fires him up more. 51 yards to the house for Jackson Bell, and the Lions come to life. 22-15 Dons. The ensuing kickoff is returned by Foley. Aiden with all gas and no brakes. He saw Bell's run and said, "My turn now." Foley takes it all the way. The Dons add some insurance. 28-15. Lions march down the field to open the fourth. Robinson rolls out and fires to Bell. Action Jackson breaks the plane. 28-21 Dons lead. Liberty gets the ball back with 7 to go, and when the handoff goes to Bell, you know what follows. Jackson with his third touchdown of the night, and the Lions tie the game at 28. Dons looking to respond, but the pass is picked and returned for the touchdown. Benjamin Hill is the hero on Friday night as the Liberty Lions go on the road and knock off Amador Valley Bell with 3 touchdowns in the victory.
Adrian Soriano here in Cupertino as Homestead takes on Milpitas Thursday night. Milpitas looking to get on the board first. Adrian Chavez hits Elisha Pena, and Elisha shows off his speed, sprinting all the way inside the 10-yard line. Then a few plays later, Pena gets the rock again, and Elisha scampers in for the touchdown, and it's 7-0 Milpitas Trojans. Homestead trying to answer back later in the quarter, but Isaiah Evans gets home for the big-time sack. Still 7-0 Trojans after 1. Second quarter now, and Chavez will throw it deep this time to Roman Johnson, who makes the catch, and Roman is into the end zone. A 49-yard touchdown connection from Chavez to Johnson, and it's 14-0 Milpitas Trojans at the half. Milpitas on the attack again in the second half. Chavez fakes the handoff and heaves it deep to Isaiah Evans for another Milpitas touchdown. PAT good, and it's 21-0 Trojans. But Homestead responds a short time later. Give it to Ido Saban, who finds a hole and turns on the Jets! 50 yards to the promised land as the Mustangs cut the deficit to just 15 after 3 quarters. But this game belongs to Milpitas. Chavez takes a low snap and keeps it himself. Adrian runs through the defender, and he is in for the touchdown as the Trojans win it 27-6 to go to 3-1 in the season. Adrian Chavez with 3 total touchdowns for the victorious Milpitas Trojans.
Bernardi Zerata is your faithful injury attorneys, bringing us the hometown hero every week.
This week we honor Tom Bruce from De La Salle. For 33 years, Tom has led the White Jackets, the Spartans group of volunteers working all De La Salle sporting events. Tom does all sorts of work in making these events happen and leads the White Jackets in everything they do. Tom volunteering all of his time for the past 33 years. Tom Bruce from De La Salle is this week's Bernardi Zerata hometown hero.
Albany's Construction brings us the Dirty Work play every week. This is a play we thought brings the same type of grit and determination, brought to you by all of the folks at Albany's Construction.
This week's Dirty Work play goes to Mitty's Marquise Marshall. Marquise with a vicious hit in the Monarchs' big win last week. Marquise Marshall doing the dirty work, just like all our good friends at Albany's Construction. Coming up, it's the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game with Menlo and Cappuccino.
And flag football with College Park and Clayton Valley right here on 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
At U.S. Bank, when we say we're in it with you, we mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and the celebrations, but for all the hard work it took to get there. We are in for all of it. It's tough for sure, but less tough when you have the right people by your side, like Kayla from Kansas City and thousands of other bankers around the country. Because together we're proving there's nothing as powerful as the power of us.
Get ready for the most exhilarating season yet. Sharks Ice Hockey is hosting 34 teams spanning from Fresno to Reno. Over 700 hockey players all competing for state and national titles. Be part of the thrilling action. Experience the speed, the skill, and the passion from these young hockey players. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations from all over the Bay Area. Looking to join, support, or to find games? Go to sharkshighschoolhockey.com.
There you go, drain it, drain it. Start.
Talk to your local recruiter or visit nationalguard.com.
Two 3-0 teams meeting this week with the Menlo Knights competing in the Peninsula Bay Division, which is one of two A-leagues.
It's a league.
It's a league.
It's a league.
It's a A-league.
And it's also an A-league.
It's a A-league.
Okay. The Knights meeting 3-0 Cappuccino, who will play in the Dianza League this season, which is a league. Two teams with 3-0 records in a tough pre-league game. It's our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. So everyone gets chicken sandwiches after the game. Our chicken sandwich expert, Adrian Soriano, was there.
Well, Robert, I love eating chicken sandwiches from Chick-fil-A, and I also love covering big games such as this one. Both Menlo and Cappuccino come into this game undefeated at 3-0, and both feature outstanding quarterbacks. Let's start off with Menlo Knights' Jack Freehill. The junior has 456 passing yards and 10 passing touchdowns so far in the year. For Cappuccino, junior Bobby Gomez has been spectacular offensively. Bobby has 591 passing yards and 6 passing touchdowns on the season. Who will improve to 4-0 in the season? Let's find out in our Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game. Cappuccino on the board first, give it to Lucas Zayak, and Lucas is into the end zone for 6. PAT good in its 7-0 Mustangs. But Menlo responds on the other end. Jack Freehill takes the snap and scampers in for the touchdown. It's all tied up at 7 after 1. Second quarter now when Freehill steps up, avoids the sack, and fires it to Jack Enright, who fights his way in for the score. PAT good in its 14-7 Knights. Cappuccino looking to answer back, but the pass is picked off by Jamie Farisi, and Jamie is gone. 19 yards to the house, and it's 21-7 Menlo Knights. Then later in the quarter, Jack Freehill gets the snap, scrambles around, goes to the far sideline, and throws on the run to Jack Enright, who makes the catch, sheds the tackle, makes his way over to the near sideline, and Jack is gone! 55 yards to the promised land as the Menlo Knights extend their lead 28-7. But the Mustangs get one back just before the half, handed to Victor Villarreal, who powers his way in for the TD. 28-14 Knights at halftime. Same score in the fourth, and Jack Freehill jumps over the goal line for his second rushing TD of the game. 35-14 Menlo. Cappuccino trying to rally back. Bobby Gomez fires and hits Isha Kashik, who hauls it in and dives into the end zone. It's 35-21 Knights. The Mustangs still on the rally train. Gomez avoids the sack and throws it to Lucas Zayak, who finds pay dirt for the second time, but not enough as Menlo wins it 38-28 to go to 4-0 in the season. Here's Jack Freehill after the game.
It's a big one. You know, we came into this knowing it was a tough game, probably our toughest game of the year. We've had some hard games, but it was a big one. And we knew it was going to be a tough one, Friday Night Lights, Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game of the week. And we just knew it was huge. We knew it was huge, and we're just going to use that as motivation moving forward. A lot of things to fix, but a lot of things we did well.
In San Bruno with the Chick-fil-A sportsmanship game, I'm Adrian Soriano, 49ers Cal High Sports.
In comes the undefeated College Park Falcons, set to take on Clayton Valley Wednesday night in the league opener in Pleasant Hill. The Ugly Eagles driving in the first half. Gianna Marcantonio passes to Julia Lovelace in the end zone. Nice grab there by Lovelace, 6-0 Uggs. Here is CP driving. Taylor Ochoa with a short pass to Molly Rattery. Watch Molly do her thing, spinning off one defender and juking another, getting to that first down marker. It's fourth down, College Park. Maya Davis gets a snap, pitches it to Ochoa, who throws on the run to Jace Vicroy in the end zone, a 3-yard score. The point after makes it 7-6 Park. The Ugly Eagles would take back the lead before the half. Marcantonio keeps it herself, races towards the goal line. Touchdown, Clayton Valley. It's 12-7 CV at the break. The Ugly Eagles get the ball to open up the second half, passing up the middle, but Stella Bouchot steps in front of the pass, takes it the other way. She loses one defender before she is home free. A pick six for Stella, and College Park goes back on top 14-12. The Uggs offense getting back on the board in its following drive. Marcantonio passes to Ruby Bartholomew, a gem of a catch there. After the 2-point conversion, it's 18-14. 8 minutes to play. College Park looking to gain some serious yards on the long pass up the middle, but Mia Forrester comes up with the pick, and she does a backwards roll, holding on to it. That was the biggest play of this game as it leads to a Clayton Valley score. Marcantonio escaping pressure, rolling right, throws off 1 foot and heaves it to an open Bartholomew. 24-14 is the score after that tutty, and that would be the final. Clayton Valley earns its first win of the year while handing College Park its first loss to go to 1-0 in league play.
The Mitty field hockey team looks to be very good again this season. Head coach Justina Williams doing a great job there every year. The girls talking with our Jake Vanderbrook at the Riekes Center this week.
And we are here at the Riekes Center for human enhancement where goals are achieved. Got goals? And here's the field hockey team from Mitty. Make some noise! Wow, I love the energy. So we're going to start off with Elise Fowler. So this team is off to a great start, 4-0 thus far. What's been the key to team success thus far?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's just we really like each other. We're all a family. We go off each other's successes every day, and we just work to grow each and every practice and every game.
Absolutely, and you know who's been a brick wall at the cage? It's Ellie Kleinheinz. You know, we saw a great performance in that victory against Lee that was on our show last week. So when you're in the cage, how do you handle those tough situations, and how do you keep your composure when the game matters most?
Yeah, I really just trust my defense and kind of put all my soul kind of in their hands. Like, I trust them with everything. I mean, we work on defensive corners at practice, and we all kind of just trust each other and communicate, and it kind of just calms me down, and I know they have my back and I have theirs. So
Ellie Kleinheinz has been a brick wall at the net. You know who's been lights out? Delaney Weiler. She leads the team right now with 4 goals. So Delaney, you know, obviously the last time this program won a CCS title was in 2022. What is it going to take for this program to get back to the promised land?
Yeah, great question. I think just focusing game by game, practice by practice, really trying to improve and just being one step better each day so we can peak definitely by playoffs, which is the goal.
Ladies, thank you so much for joining me. Now take us out with a break.
Mitty on 3. 1, 2, 3. Mitty! Coming up, more Peninsula football action as Carlmont hosts South San Francisco.
But first, here is the U.S. Bank Bay Area Top 10 football poll. Both Carlmont and South San Francisco are off to 2-1 starts and looking to keep it going this week.
The two teams meeting in Belmont Friday night.
Tyler Flipson checking in with the Carlmont Scots in Belmont, hosting the South San Francisco Warriors Friday night. The Scots come out swinging. Johnny Dunn hands it to Daniel Mattioli on the jet sweep, finds an edge and diving for the pylon. Carlmont strikes first, 7-0. Mid-second quarter now, the Scots keep it rolling. Dylan Young right up the middle and in, extending the Scots lead by 2 scores. 4 minutes before the half now, and the Warriors answer. Blink and you'll miss it though. Elijah Fields, following his pulling guard Noah Gomez, makes one cut and is G-O-N-E gone. Fields with the 40-yard touchdown. South City trails 14-7 at the half. Scott's looking for more smoke in the second half. Dunn rides the play action and unloads it deep, connecting with Sean Chopoff. And the senior says, "Get off me," and takes it all the way to the house. The PAT was no good. It's 27 Scots. End of the third now, and here come the Warriors. Anthony Howe dropping an absolute dime right in the breadbasket to Darren Miller. It's 2014 Carlmont lead. Next South City possession in the fourth. Howe to Marcus Mercurio right up the middle, and the Warriors take the lead. It's 21-20 South City, but the Scots rally. Dunn rides the play action on the jet sweep, takes a 3-step drop, and rifles this one to 6'4" tight end Chopoff for his second tutty of the night. Scott's 2-point try is no good. It's 26-21 Carlmont. Final seconds to the fourth. South City with no timeouts on 4th and forever, looking for a game-winning drive. Howe with the hope and a prayer and finds Miller. putting the Warriors in striking distance, but despite the Warriors' efforts, they can't get set in time and the clock expires. The Scots win it in a back-and-forth nail-biter, and Chop Off putting up Player of the Week numbers.
The Harker School brings us the Scholar Athlete Award every week. This week's Scholar Athlete is Brian Caldwell from the Santa Teresa football team. Brian sports a very impressive 4.0 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School, New Orleans-based Caribbean music group, the Tropicalis, opened the season of the Harker Concert Series last week, dazzling the audience with music from places such as Trinidad, Venezuela, and Guadalupe. That same week, members of the group gave master classes to Harker music students. The next Harker Concert Series event takes place in November. At Harker, transitional kindergarten through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. The California Army National Guard takes a look at athletes who are the best of the best and being recruited on a national level.
This week's California Army National Guard high flyer is Jamie Oakland from the St. Francis softball team. Jamie committing to play her college ball at the University of Nebraska. DGDG.com brings us the Be Happy play each week. This is a play in a game that made everybody happy.
This week's Be Happy play goes to Benjamin Hill from the Liberty Lions. Benjamin with a pick six to seal the game for the Lions in a thrilling victory. Benjamin Hill with this week's DGDG Be Happy play.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. We'll see which play gets the honors next.
But first, here's this week's financial tip for teens and their parents, sponsored by Lumen Digital.
Discuss with your teen how credit works, the debt risks, and the importance of building good credit. Bank with a financial institution that offers easy credit score reporting tools so you can work with your teen to build healthy habits over time. Service by Medallion brings us the Play of the Week every week.
This is a play that we looked at and we thought was better than any other play the whole week.
We look at it.
We look at it, we think
it's
about
usually our
it.
Adrian Soriano who's dicing it up, figuring it out.
Yeah, he's usually wrong and then we correct him and then we get it right. Here it is, the Play of the Week.
Let's begin Play of the Week with Carlmont's Sean Chop Off with the catch, then sheds off the defender all the way for a Scots touchdown. Let's go to the East Bay now for some flag football with College Park Stella Bashot picking off the pass. Then look at her go all the way into the end zone for a College Park touchdown. Here's Clayton Valley's Maya Forrester. Check this out, a diving interception. Wow! Let's travel down to Pleasanton for Amador Valley's Ben Stout. Check this out, Ben leaping up high to make a spectacular catch. But the Play of the Week has to go to Santa Teresa's Robert Estrada. Robert getting the interception while keeping his feet in bounds. One more time in slow-mo. Robert Estrada, you just won the Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to come back next week. We'll have the story of the autistic football player from Hayward and how he is learning his role on the field. We'll see you then.